All right, guys. So this is the module 3 scanning networks, and it's a 12th video of ethical hacking course. And we already have discussed module 1 and module 2. We have discussed the lab. There were 4 labs we have already discussed in the footprinting one, that is module 2nd. So I, Samarjit Yadav, welcomes to you in our channel Cybersec Live. So in this video, we'll talk about the scanning networks from the basics. I hope you already have covered the previous contents, that is module 1, module 2, because there are a lot of things which I have shared. Nobody shared actually those things, but I have shared the labs as well. So let me show you the contents what we have agenda today. So we will discuss about overview of network scanning, TCP communication flags. We will see how many types of flags and what is the role of that flags. Checking for live system. So if you want to check any system is live or not, then how you will check. So that we will discuss it. Check for open ports. If you want to check the what are the open ports in any organization for a particular system, then you can check it. IDS Evasion Techniques we will discuss. Banner graving. Banner graving is one of the most important thing to know the operating system. So this is also we'll discuss vulnerability scanning. Prepare proxies. So you heard about that, right? Proxies. You heard about that proxies, but we'll see what are the different proxies and how it works. Anonymizer, we'll see it's near about related to proxies, but it unknown. The guys are unknown. That's why they call anonymizers. And then at the last, we'll see a module summary. And after this video, we have 2 more videos for scanning network, that is 2 lab practicals. So we'll give you the lab practical demo sessions and whole practicals as well. So before proceeding, guys, just keep one thing in mind, that uh, give the priority to practicals. If you are doing practicals, then you will more understand. If you just coming and watching this theory part, then it's not going to work. I'm not saying that it will not impact you, but definitely uh, practical is more you can say more understandable always. So theory from the beginning, theory might be you can't understand some steps, right? But it doesn't mean that theory is not important. Theory is important. So first check the theory videos and then move to practical. And whenever you are doing the practical, make sure that you are aware, you are just uh, you have that much patience and you have that much your goal. Your goal should be decided for that practical, you can say. So let me start that overview of network. So network scanning. So what is network scanning? So it refers to a set of procedures used for identifying host, ports, services in a network, you can say. Network scanning is one of the components of intelligence gathering, which can caused by an attacker to create a profile of the target organization. So you can simply understand these things like let's say there is a attacker and the right side network, right? So what attacker will do? Attacker will send a TCP IP props, right? And network what will give? It will give gets in network information. So that's what are the thinkings. Behind this logic is that when we do network scanning, our aim, our goal, or you can say objective, is to discover the live host IP address, open ports of live host, to discover operating system and system architecture, to discover services running on host, to discover vulnerabilities in live host, right? So these are the very important things. So if you are going for a hacking, then definitely you should know about that. What are the ports are open? What is the operating system of is running in that system? So if you are not aware about these things, then you can't do. I don't think you will be successful for the hacking. So that's why network scanning is very important. let me proceed with the next slide. So we have next TCP Communication Flags. So the first one is urgent. So what is the meaning of urgent? That is, data contained in the packet should be processed immediately. So any flags which is coming as urgent, it means the data, whatever the data contained in that packet, that will immediately processed. Fin means finish. So when this flag will come, the whatever the process is happening, that will automatically, you can say, finished, and after that there will be no more transmissions. We have reset a connection. So if you want to reset a connection, you will have to send a flag RST. Then that particular section, or sorry, session, or you can say connection, will be reset. PSH push. So it send all buffer data immediately. And we have ACK. I hope you are about this. Acknowledgement means, if you are sending any of the packet or whatever, then it acknowledges the recipient, receipt of a packet. It means it acknowledges that, yeah, I have received uh, this packet. Syn means synchronize, so it initiates a connection between host. So these are the six communication flags: urgent, fin, RST, PSH, push, acknowledgement, and synchronize. Okay. So next one we have checking for live system, right? ICMP scanning. Okay. So let me next. So ping scan involves sending ICMP echo request to a host. If the host is live, it will return an ICMP echo reply. So that practical we will do. So don't worry about that. I know if you are a beginner, it might be a create problem for you that you will not understand what it is exactly. But once we will do the practical, you will get to understand these things. So ping means, we will, you can say, we will ping one of the IP, or you can say domain, whatever we have, either it's domain or IP. We will ping that, and it will return us some values on that basis. Let's say, I hope I already showed you in the previous videos that there is a command ping, right? So if I'm just clicking on ping, that returns or sending some packets. So if that packet sent successfully and there is no loss, it means the connection is live. So this is one of the way to do this. This scan is useful for locating at active devices or determining if ICMP is passing through a firewall. So this is one of the very important concept. Okay, check for open ports. How you can check for the open ports? There are a lot of methods, but let me show you. The first one is scanning tool name Nmap. So what is Nmap? So network administrator can use Nmap for network inventory, managing service upgrade schedules, and monitoring host or service uptime. So attacker uses Nmap to extract information such as, you can say, live host on the network services, type of packet, filters, firewalls, operating system, and OS version. So that is what Nmap. And apart from this Nmap, if you want to check the what are the open ports, what are the operating system, then you can also check with the hping too. From this command, you can get to know the advanced trace route, remote OS fingerprinting, remote uptime guessing, TCP IP stack auditing, etc. So hping one, we will do this. So there are a lot of commands we have. We'll discuss about that. Okay, so the next one we have IDS Evasion Techniques. So what are these techniques? Okay, right guys. So use fragmented IP packets, right? So whenever we try to evade the IDS techniques, we need to use the fragmented IP packets. and we need to spoof your IP address when launching attacks and sniff is responses from server. Spoof means let's say you are a attacker, right? And you want to send me some of the fragmented IP packets. But if you will send from your laptop, or if you will not use anything, then your IP will be disclosed at my end, right? And I will get to know that yeah, this is your IP, and I will give to police or whatever, and they will catch you. But here you need to think about that how you will spoof. Spoof means you will use the third party, you can say use the another person's IP. You will spoof that IP, and then you will send me. So at my end, what I will receive the third party person IP, right? So whatever the thing, I will directly tell that person that yeah, I am receiving, but he will not aware about those things, correct? So that's what how we spoof. And there is also practical when we will do the mail sending one, that mail spoofed domain spoofing and IP spoofing will show you. Okay, so the next point we have, use source routing if is possible. Okay, connect to proxy servers or compromise Trojan machine to launch attacks. So whenever you are just ready to launch an attack, just keep remember that use some proxy servers, maybe Tor you can use, any other proxy servers you can use, so that at least your IP is not going to disclosed. Okay, now we have banner grabbing. So banner grabbing is one of the important concept, guys, because always many you can say every hacker, meanwhile each and every hacker always use this thing just to know that what you can say what banner grabbing can do, right? So let me show you. So banner grabbing or OS fingerprinting is the method to determine the operating system running on a remote target system. Correct. So whatever the operating system is running on the target system, with the help of banner grabbing, we can get to know. And there are two types of banner grabbing. So first one is active banner grabbing. So what is active banner grabbing? So it is especially crafted packets which are sent to remote OS, and the response are noted. The response are then compared with the database or determine the OS. Then responses from different OS varies due to differences in the TCP IP stack implementation. So basically in active one, we send some crafted packets, and we waited for the response from that end. And once we get the response, we note down those things and we calculated, yeah, this is the value and that can be the operating system. So we directly get the you can say response from the database. Okay, so now next one is passive. So passive banner grabbing, you can say banner grabbing from error messages, right? We can just check those things. If there is something error message is coming, through that we can get to know. The second way is sniffing the network traffic, through that we can also get to know. Banner grabbing from page extensions, this is one of the best way to get to know the OS operating system of any system. Okay, so I hope you are understanding what are the things we are discussing. And let me tell you about the vulnerability scanning. So everybody, even you are thinking about the vulnerability, that for the further bug bounty hunting and VAPT. If if you want to go in VAPT, then you should aware about the vulnerability scanning. So what are the tools? If you can get in your mind, then just write down in the comment box before I just click on the next slide. So let me know that what are the vulnerability scanning tools you know. Okay, so I hope you have mentioned in the comment. Okay, so vulnerability scanning identifies vulnerabilities and weakness of a system and network in order to determine how a system can be exploited. So vulnerability, I hope you remember I have already given that example of risk threat and vulnerability. So I hope you remember that what is vulnerability, that is the weakness of any system, any organization from where we can exploit. So that is what vulnerability. So why we do vulnerability scanning? To get to know the what are the weakness, what are the vulnerabilities we have. So first one, network vulnerabilities, open ports and running services, application and service vulnerabilities, application and service configuration errors, and here is a tool we have. So these are the things we want to know. That is, what are the network vulnerabilities, what are the ports are open, and what are the services running on that, application and service vulnerability. So these things we want to know. But for that, which tool we are using? So one of the most intelligent tool is that NASS and GFI LandGuard. Qualys free scan is also one of the main thing which many peoples are using that, right? So that's how vulnerability scanning, what that's what it is. And these are the some tools which we have shown you. These are the tools. Okay, so the next one we have prepare proxies, right? So guys, what is proxy? So proxy is a server, is an application that can serve as an intermediary of connecting with other computers. So let me give you the example, right? So let's say you don't want to disclose your IP to the target person, right? And so you will use the proxy, and what the proxy will do, so proxy will take the request from your side, and then it will send to the target. Then it will take from the target, and then it will send you. So it is type of a intermediate, you can say. So in this way your IP will not disclose. So as I have already written here, to hide the source IP address so that they can hack without any legal corollary. So proxy chaining is like that. You have just you can say take one of the proxy, right? Under that you again take one of the proxy. Under that you again take the proxy. So proxy under the proxy, that is called proxy chaining. This is what we call. So proxy under proxy, that is what proxy chaining. I hope you will remember that. So proxy tool, what are the proxy tools? We have proxy switcher, proxy workbench, Tor. It is the onion router. You have seen many times if you have seen the movie Mr. Robot. Not along with that, there are a lot of movies. So in every places, whenever there is something, they always talk about the onion router, that is Tor. We will make one of the video on that Tor so that you can understand the whole what is that dark web and deep web, right? And we will try to understand what is Tor for you. And CyberGhost is one of the proxy tool. Okay, so the next one we have anonymizers. You got to know the about proxy tools, proxy chaining, and proxy servers, right? So now what is anonymizer? So an anonymizer removes all identifying information from user's computer while the user surf the net, right? So guys, so anonymizers make activity on the internet untraceable. Means whatever, let's say you are a hacker, right? And you don't want to show your identity anywhere else. So what you will do, you will do a lot of different proxies. You will use different a lot of different proxy servers, VPNs, so that your you can say your IP not disclose, your identification not disclose. Uh, so this hiding of this identifying information from the user's computer, that's what we call anonymizer. So why we use anonymizer? That is one of the question, you can say. So anonymizer allow you to bypass internet sensors, and also privacy and anonymity, protects from online attacks, access restricted content. So whatever the restricted contents, you can easily access, bypass IDS and firewall rules. That's why Anonymizer is one of the great source. Okay, so now we have at the ending of this module, and till now I hope I am very clear with that and you are understanding. And if not you are understanding, then not an issue with that, because it's might be a first time. Just repeat this video again and again, and do not just limit with this video. If I'm telling something, if you're not understanding, just research on it, just Google on it. More and more you will research about a particular topic, and you will learn more. So okay, so let's talk about what are the module summary we have discussed. Okay, so the uh, okay, so complexity maturity requirements is increasing day by day as a result of evolving technology, changing hacking tactics, emerging security vulnerabilities, etc. Right? And we also see hacker or cracker is one who access a computer system by evening its security. Ethical hacking involves the use of hacking tools, tricks, and techniques to identify vulnerabilities so as to ensure system security. So, objective of scanning is to discover live system, active running ports, the operating systems, the services running on the network. Banner graving we have used, which is used for or to find the operating system on the target system. Correct. So, and we get to know about the proxies. We get to know about the you can say anonymizers. What are the anonymizers, right? And along with that we get to know that about the IP spoofing, that how with the help of ICMP echo request to multiple host, an IP can be spoofed. And we have some labs for you, right? So we will discuss it in the next video session. Till now guys, if you like the session, then please subscribe the channel. Please share the videos to the needed person who have not that much money, and who want to just learn the ethical hacking. So they are most welcome. And also guys, one uh, there is one announcement that I'm going to launch one of the course, that is how to analyze phishing email, and that will be available on Udemy, and that is free, that is totally free. So I will share the link, and I have also make one of the group. So I will share the WhatsApp link in the description. You can join that, and there will be only 256 slots. So make sure that you joined uh, once the chat, you can say once the link is available in the description. So that's it guys, bye bye. I hope you will learn something, and you will research more to learn more. Bye bye, take care.